very competitive global marketplace.
We need to be leaders. We need to be out front. Every job has some component.
Small rural schools really can't afford the computer technology today.
Computers are essential.
I think computer is about everything in our life.
I need a computer. I need a computer to learn. I need a computer to communicate. I need a computer to participate. Computers aren't just for playing games or chatting online. They're part of everyday life. They're everywhere. Offices, libraries, homes, stores. It only makes sense that there would be enough computers for students in Canadian schools, right?
Every year across Canada, schools have to deal with the issue of upgrading and maintaining quality learning equipment in their schools, and the budgets just don't allow for them to do all of the things they need to do.
Currently, we spend about $2,000 per desktop computer, and we receive anywhere from $40 to $55 per student in computer grant. When you do the math, obviously we don't have enough dollars to provide the necessary equipment for our students today.
With my reserve, I know there's one computer. I don't think the kids have access to the computer, but eventually I'm hoping that all First Nations people or any school, matter of fact, has computers for everyone to learn on.
It's really important that the smaller and the younger kids get access to computers because that's where the world's going. It's a lot easier if you have a computer, and if they start at an earlier age, they'll be right on top of it.
Let's see. Computers are everywhere, except there aren't enough in schools? Well, way back in 1993, some bright individuals at Industry Canada and the telephone pioneers found a way to do something about it. Something that started small and has grown into something big. Something that is making a real difference. Computers for schools. Computers for Schools is big. It's happening all across Canada in dozens of communities. It's even started to pop up in other countries like Jordan, Chile, and Colombia. It's a simple idea, but it can get a little complicated for a first-timer. Here's the recipe. Take 1 part government, that includes federal, provincial, and municipal. Add a healthy dash of public and private sector donors, a few pinches of volunteers, a few more corporate sponsors to do things like add extra software and hardware and make deliveries, and voila, Computers for Schools.
What is marvelous about this program is the fact that all the partners are coming from different areas, federal, provincial, private sector, volunteers. They're all on the same table with the same goal, deliver PCs to the kids. And it works, and it's easy.
The decision to partner with Computers for Schools was very easy for us. We used to donate on an ad hoc basis, and it was very unmanageable. Computers for Schools provides us with a more manageable disposal program of our retired computer equipment.
We recycle up to 5,000 PCs a year right now. Next year, we're going to be starting with our BC counterparts, and we'll be looking at recycling probably 10 to 12,000 PCs on a yearly basis.
We have given, in fact, 10,000 PCs until now, and we want to continue. But on top of that, we're doing a lot of other things. We are providing space, we're providing people, we're involved in transport, and we are involved strongly on the coordination of the program.
Microsoft's been able to take its operating system and donate it to the Computers for Schools program so that they can put it on every computer that goes out the door and out into the schools.
It gets us involved in doing what we do best, and that is transporting goods. We've moved about 35,000 computers in over 250 carloads.
Okay, many partners doing lots of different things in lots of different ways. So how does Computers for Schools work? Well, it all starts with a donation of used computers. These are computers that have reached the end of their life in an office, but are far from ready to be put out to pasture. Before Computers for Schools, thousands of computers were ending up in landfills all across Canada.
It takes technology that is destined for the dump and creating an environmental hazard and creates great value for people that can't afford technology.
There's no sense something that can be used that's that valuable to little kids going on a scrap heap somewhere.
Now, you just can't take a used computer and put it in a classroom. It has to be cleaned, checked for safety, the hard drive has to be wiped, a new operating system has to be installed, and it has to be matched up with other computers. Sounds expensive, right? Well, it's not. Thanks to hundreds of workshops across Canada that are finding creative ways to get the job done. Some of these workshops are located in schools and are operated by teachers and students.
What happens is the materials comes to high schools like this one, where it is repaired, it's renovated, it's refurbished, and then it's repackaged and sent out to schools sort of across the country. At that point, it's just as good as new.
Another common site is workshops located in space donated by sponsors and staffed by volunteers. Volunteers that come from every walk of life, such as service groups made up of retired telecommunications employees.
Computers for Schools is a project done by the pioneers to help the public, and that's what we come out for. We've had a good life. We were given a good life by society, and we're just returning some of that good life to some of the young people coming up.
And last but not least, a great way to get all this work done is to team up with training organizations. Through a partnership with Canada's Youth Employment Strategy, young people get a great opportunity to learn in a hands-on environment, and the volunteers get a bit of a break.
With the advent of this student workforce, we're able to work every day, all day long, 5 days a week. Last year, we handled approximately 300 tons of material through here. So it's a good partnership in that respect. They gain the experience, we gain the ability to put out the computers out the door.
Even though I had gone through college and I learned a lot, I still needed to learn more. So I took it upon myself to work here and learn as much as I could about computers, laptops, and peripherals. So it really helps me in my job now because I don't have to read manuals. I just remember everything I learned here and I apply it to the job that I have now.
So far, this looks too good to be true. But don't just listen to me.
It's a win situation for corporations and associations such as ours. It's a win for the schools who are trying to provide the best possible kind of education, the best opportunities they can for the young people. And it's certainly a win for the students who are gaining this opportunity for a broadened education that they otherwise might not have an opportunity to get.
The benefit of being involved in Computers for Schools is that we are involved in the community, and most importantly, we can get all of our regions involved throughout Canada.
So to go into the school and see some of your older technology and see the children working on it is a very rewarding experience.
The long-term benefits to the businesses are huge. These kids are going to be getting top-rate education through donated equipment. That's the greatest investment any business can make. They're investing in the training of their future employees and their future customers.
Computers for Schools is an idea that works. Hundreds of thousands of computers have already been delivered to Canadian schools, and there's more arriving every year. Pretty impressive, huh?
Before we started working with the Computer for School program, the ratio of students to computers were approximately 20 to 1. Today, we are now down to an 8 to 1 ratio.
3 months ago when I started here, we had very few working computers. Computers for School, our program, has allowed us, with their contribution, to give us 30 working computers in the school that we use all the time.
We, with the help of Computers for Schools, have established a mobile lab. And in essence, what we're doing is creating a computer lab in every classroom in our school.
Since we upgrade computers over here and send them to other schools, we are basically giving others more access to the computer, and in the future I'm sure that almost every classroom will have at least a computer for every student.
The real impact is knowing that we're impacting in a positive way every child in every classroom in every school every year.
This is a benefit for our children, and they are our future. So Computers for Schools is the way to go.
There you have it. Kids getting access to technology, partners getting major benefits. Everybody wins. The future success of Computers for Schools depends on the generosity of donors and the energy of volunteers and stakeholders. And remember, we need more than just computers. We also need warehousing, transportation, publicity, and other services. Without these essential components, the whole thing stops. So give us a call or visit us on the web. You'll be playing a vital role in connecting Canada's youth to opportunity. We can't do it without you.